Welcome to another informational video for freshmen. I'm James.
And I'm Alex. Do you hate lab reports?
With a burning passion.
How much is a burning passion?
I would with a snail.
That's interesting.
Okay, so with that out of the way, we're going to tell you how to avoid wanting to do horrible, despicable, nasty things to your lab report.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's called LabWrite, and it takes out all of the hassle over writing a lab report.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to teach me because I've never really used it.
Okay, all you need is a computer and I can show you.
Okay, lead on.
Alright, so we're going to go to Google and we're going to type in LabWrite. When we get there, we're going to go on to PostLab. That's very interesting. We have different modes here. We're going to be using the self-guide, which basically walks you through every single step of writing a lab report. Now over here we have, we're going to be doing a descriptive lab, which Alex is going to tell you more about.
Yeah, the descriptive lab is special in that you don't really have a hypothesis, you're not testing anything, you're just doing something that occurs in nature in a lab and just seeing it in action.
Alright, so we're going to click on Self-Guide Descriptive Lab. Now here you basically see just a list of, pretty intimidating list of all of the sections of the lab report, and a brief description underneath as to what you need to put in each section. Of course, if you need more help, you can go and click on More Help in Step 1, Step 2, etc. And that'll basically give you a more in-depth guide as to what should be written in each section.
Alright, so there are 8 steps to the lab report, and they range from pretty much almost nothing at all, being the title, to something that's actually quite intimidating, which is the results section, which should be the longest section. Anything that's longer will generally have more steps for you to follow, so you can pretty much get a good idea of how long it should be, in case you're unfamiliar with doing lab reports.
Now the introduction is probably one of the most intimidating parts of writing a lab report, simply because you have to include everything in the background that the reader would need to know to do the lab. Basically, the rule is if there's anything that your teacher has told you about the lab, or if there's anything in the background section of the lab report, of the lab handout, you should probably write it in your own words, in the introduction section.
The next things that you're probably going to be doing are the more simple things, such as your conclusion and your abstract. Your abstract is basically just one paragraph summarizing the entire lab. That's for people, basically, it's your lab in 1 minute or less.
Now the last section that's pretty intimidating is the references section. Now of course this link here that I highlighted will give you a step-by-step guide to how to actually write references in APA format. Now of course this is pretty long and intimidating to do, so you can actually go to this website, noodletools.com, and when you log in you'll basically have options allowing you to easily create your bibliography.
Okay, that was a pretty fun adventure through the series of tubes.
Yeah, well, I'm still not a big fan of lab reports.
Well, I don't like them either, but they're a fact of life when it comes to science.
True. I'm just glad we're done with this.
Amen. For informational videos for freshmen, I'm James.
And I'm Alex, signing off. I thought you were supposed to turn off the camera.